Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Raid in the Hollywood Hills of the USA, casted today by Corey Dunn, or at considerate_Dunn, and myself, Eric or Aviator. Today, we're playing Hardpoint here on Raid, and it should be a great time. Corey, how are you tonight?
Doing good, man. Just looking forward to getting the chance to finally get out, cast a couple games with you. It's been a little bit, man.
A little bit. It's been freaking over a year actually, but we're starting things off with FaZe Heist, and we're seeing him get quite a few shots on him and drop it off the map in a very, very embarrassing manner. But that puts us back with Heist once again as he's spawning in, chucking nades. Heist, I gotta say, for a guy who really started this game off, his gaming career off as a competitive sniper, he's made the merge over to the SMG incredibly well, and he's probably the most efficient nade thrower out there since freaking FaZe.
Let's kind of take a look here. You see that they've been able to control the hard point for a little bit, sitting at 14-10 at this moment. Of course, just switching over to the scoreboard, you can see he's kind of already starting things off. Heist's been able to pick up 5 kills now, 2 of which right here in this little session that we've got so far. Of course, he's using the PDW.
We're winning.
Holding that hard point, waiting to be able to make that exchange to the next one.
Yes, indeed. And obviously, PDW is going to be one of the strongest guns in this game.
Identified.
Pretty much forever, I think. But Hysteria takes up a nice long-range kill with the M8A1. Once again, another gun that's really coming out dominant in these private matches. It's very interesting to see how some of these guns are playing very differently in pubs. You don't see M8A1s really dominating the gameplay, whereas in these MLG-style matches, we're seeing nothing but M8A1, MSMC, and PDW.
Well, right now, you saw you had Folsom, who was sitting there. He had, I believe, a 4-kill streak at one point. He's going to get dropped there as he makes his move over there towards that hard point. Right now, you've got, I believe that's Invisible and Hysteria, who both have 2. Hysteria picking up his 3rd so far. And so far, it looks like he's been kind of the main character here in this cast that's really been doing pretty well for the guys. You also have Tarico. He's been playing well right now. We got 46-32, 10 seconds left here on this hard point as we're about to move over to the next one. You can see how they've already started to transition to this next hard point. That's where FaZe is doing things right. They're able to make that quick move to the next hard point, leaving that one, and just basically picking up that point as needed in the early part as that point is available.
And we see Hysteria here getting some nice shots on quick and early, but not able to clean up the kills. He does have a lot of kill streaks in play, and he's playing fairly defensively, as he should be in this position. Really should have probably slowed it down and waited for his team a little bit longer so he could count on that stealth chopper. He's not that far off. He's only 3 kills away, even if he's not in the hard point. And in that position, you really want to see that stealth chopper come in and actually be able to dominate the points with this much of a spread on the board, already a 45-point spread. You've got to have something working to your favor.
You need to be on the lookout here for Sham. Sham has gotten, so far, I believe he's got 6 kills at this point. He's just holding down this hard point. Of course, it's been contested here by this this opposing team. Just checking his spots. Great cover fire there by Heist as Sham was being shot on the backside, but he's going to stay alive, keep maintaining that kill streak. They're going to go ahead and rotate and see what's going to happen. Of course, they were smart enough this time. They kind of allowed that thing to happen, but Folsom actually rotated all the way towards the other side. He's already picked up this hard point and waiting to see if his teammates can be able to help him out. He's under a lot of gunfire, trying to bust out a 180. He's going to get shut down there by Tarico.
Absolutely insane play there by Folsom. We're watching on the mini-map there as we saw many players working around, and Folsom turns really quickly on a player, takes him out, sadly taken out. Now Heist working his way down the stairs here with Folsom in tow. We'll see what they're able to do as he does pick up the hard point right here, and is now, taking some shots and a concussion grenade. He gets taken out by gets taken out by ASAP, which I believe is, what's this guy? Flamesword from the old status quo in the Halo days. So here we see Flamesword absolutely wrecking house. We're picking up 3 players back to back. We're going to jump over here to take a look here at Flamesword, see what he's doing. Looks like he is now mid-map and kind of working his best to control this next area.
And so far, what we've seen scoring now 111-65, 5 minutes and 45 seconds left to play. And what we're seeing so far from FaZe is that they're picking up those early hard points. They're getting over there to the point and holding it down, and there's just slight contest going on, and they're at the latter part of that hard point. So basically, they're picking up the crumbs here for this opponent here. As FaZe just get out there, You know, the saying is, early bird gets the worm, and that's really what the case has been here throughout this game. 129-69, as there has been a flip-flop here, and let's see if this opponent can kind of shut things down.
Once again, we do have plenty of time to see a massive comeback here, but with 50-plus points on the board, it is going to be tough for these players to actually bounce back here. Although he has got to say right now, this man is leading his team to victory in the strongest way he possibly can. He's rocking out this spot, hoping he can cut people off, but right now they need to be starting to think about moving on to the next hard point, and instead, they're still camping this out with all 4 players kind of defending the middle area of the map. We see
Tariq
Tariq
up 2. Yep, being able to pick up 2 there. Finally getting dropped there by Heist. But right now you can see FaZe is just getting those very preferable spawn points and just hopping right back into the action and be able to pick up those points. But Asteria and Chirico cleared things out again. They'll be able to move from this previous hard point there in the courtyard over towards the statue. And really, now as you can see, Folsom trying to utilize that smoke. He's going to regroup with his teammate, but he get dropped there by Chirico. And you can see the score streak starting to come into play as Asteria picked up 2, and they're trying to even this game back up as scores 140 to 108.
I can just basically hear in my head Blanchard doing all that he can right now to basically encourage his teammates to start thinking ahead, stopping Heist, stopping all of FaZe for that matter, where they have been basically dominating early on in this game, absolutely just crushing them with forethought, expecting when these things are going to move and making sure they're paying attention to that clock.
One of the hard things that's happening right now is basically they're playing this game 3-on-4. You've got Invuls who only picked up 10 kills so far in this game, and just getting eliminated pretty quickly. You know, I've barely seen him actually do anything that's really truly effective. As Falkland picks up the shot there with that Remington, and they're going to go ahead and maintain his hard point for a little longer. Another shot able to
Oh, 2 kills!
3! Nice little turnaround. He picks up 3 with that Remington, and he gets a very, very preferable spawn as he's right there next to the hard point, and he's going to start this terror all over again.
You know, it was very interesting to watch early on in the Black Ops 1 season. We saw lots and lots of basically FAMAS gameplay, and as the game kind of grew at its age and the MLG season pushed on, we started seeing guys pull out the spaz, pull out the stakeout, do what they could to kind of change up their gameplay styles to dominate those close-range encounters, and I think that really taught a lot of these pro teams that they could start doing that earlier on in their life cycle and start to learn the shotguns early on so they can actually, you know, put themselves in a different position, make themselves completely unexpected.
The hard point.
All right, as we kind of look here and see what we've got so far, taking a look at the map right now, you can see they're starting to be able to move there towards that hard point. FaZe clearing out that back side and see if they might be able to pick up this hard point. So far, we're really, you can see how FaZe is, there was this point in mid-game when things were kind of in contention there. And as you can tell right now, 2:15, 132, 2 minutes and 15 seconds left to go here. They're going to go ahead and pick up the rest of the points here for that hard point. And this basically, at this point, we're sitting at almost a 90-point game here with 2 minutes left to play, minute half.
Not nearly enough time.
Basically,
not nearly enough time. Sadly, this is not an opportunity where we could see status quo really bounce back. But it's got to give the men respect there. They did at least make an attempt, and you can kind of feel them brandishing their swords. Probably very frustrated right now with the way they played this out. Obviously, not the best hardpoint team out there. They're definitely working hard to make that transition from Halo over to Call of Duty. And I got to imagine, you know, I came from Halo to Call of Duty. I can't even tell you how frustrating that was initially, especially being one of the top Halo teams, how frustrating it must be to kind of step in and attempt to change your entire play style in order to be competitive.
There's one thing that I found very interesting while watching this entire game is the difference between, you can see that one team is a Call of Duty team, you can see that the other is a Halo team in just regards of their playing style, because what we're seeing is we're seeing that they're hopping, the Halo players are jumping and shooting, a lot of jump shots, and then you see from FaZe's side, for their Call of Duty side, is there's a lot of drop shots involved.
This is true, and they're also using a lot more pre-nades, I find. Watching the FaZe team, they're definitely really manipulating those pre-nade spots, using the cutoff routes early, expecting the spawn points to be a lot more consistent, whereas in Halo, oftentimes, your spawn is going to be very, very inconsistent in comparison to what you expect from a Call of Duty game.
Just a good game overall, though, there for FaZe, picking up that one. I believe it was 250 to 140, roughly.
Very, very good game indeed. And Corey, let's do this thing again. Let's see what's up next, and hopefully do some more casting. That was fun.